Hey everyone, I think I've done it. I think I've finally done it. Maybe. We'll see. This is my definitive comic Superman for the shelf. As of right now, this is it. This completely replaced my other one that I had. I loved that figure that I made, but as I said in that video, I've been trying to go as purist as possible for a comic Kit Bash Superman. And this is the closest that I have right now. The only thing, honestly, that will make this 100% perfect, and as I've said with every single Superman that's been on this body, is just if he had a little bit thicker legs. It's the only thing. Maybe even just, honestly, if I could find like bigger boots, I think those would probably help wonders. But other than that, I feel like this is pretty close for what I'm going to get, honestly. And now that I'm looking at it, because for any of you who may not know, you're going to get a sneak peek into my absolute nightmare that is this review space. But here's Superman, and I'm looking at his boots right now, and those kind of look like those would be a pretty good size for this Superman. So we may be having a, part 45 to this Superman journey. But, we'll see, because we'll see. I keep looking at that, and now I'm not going to stop thinking about that this whole review or showcase, whatever you want to call it. But this Superman is it's actually quite simple to make this Superman as well. I use Citadel paint to paint the Hush Superman head, because the Hush Superman's face is very nice. It's a very nice head sculpt. Very, very Superman. Looks very good. I like it, personally. The hair and then the entire rest of the body, other than the hands and the cape, are from the Doomsday 2-pack. All I did was just I took some acetone, nail polish remover stuff, and then gently wiped off all of that. It only messed up a little bit on the torso right here. You can see there's like a little bit of discoloration, but other than that, it's about as close as I'm going to get. I do like the cape that I did. It's the same cape from that Action Comics 1000 custom that I made. You can see it back here and all that. I do like that, although I almost feel like it might be too metallic in terms of the cape itself, the color of it, versus like the shield and whatnot. Which really bums me out, because I really do like how the cape lays on his shoulders especially. Oh, and then I guess I do have two pieces that are not from this Superman, or from Superman himself, because the hands are actually from the 2-pack, the Superman with the really ugly smiling head, and then the Ultraman. So those hands are from that, because all those hands they sort of jive well with this body. And then, if you look at it for too long, you could see the discoloration. Same with the head and the neck, but it's close enough for me personally. But there's two pieces that are not from a Superman figure. One is the neck piece, or the neck connector piece. So this is the original one, this little guy right here. And it was too short for me. So it looked a lot like, if I bring in Bizarro real fast, which I also definitely want to give him some boots at some point, because this guy doesn't have any boots. You can see how, this is the actual height that this would have been had I not done the modifications that I did. So like, look at how, if he would stand, you can see just how, why do McFarlane stuff never want to stand on camera? I swear. They never do. They never do. I love these figures. Like, so many of these figures are so good, but a lot of the time I really just end up not reviewing the McFarlane stuff because it pisses me off so much to the point of them not standing. I would love to get a classic Bizarro as well on this, not that weird one that's coming out. But you can see the two major things that I did to make this figure taller. I took the crotch piece from the comic Shazam, the Walmart one that's like super expensive now, because I hated that figure. That figure personally sucked. I absolutely hated it. So I took his crotch piece, like the connector to the waist and the hips and all that stuff. You know what I'm talking about if you do McFarlane stuff. I took that and replaced it, which brought his height up so much, because if I bring in, where the hell are my figures? There they are. If I bring in my custom Batman, which don't worry, I will make a video on it. I know you guys have been screaming, yelling, crying, throwing up the wall about that as well. If I bring him in, you can see height-wise how he looks with him. And he's a little bit taller than Bruce, and I think that works. This is like super close, by the way. Let's try and zoom this out a little. So they're about, the same height, but Clark's a little bit taller, a little bit broader, of course. I wish that we could get these legs that are on Batman on this Superman, because thickness-wise, I feel like they'd be perfect. He's got big old beefy thighs that would be perfect for Superman, and they won't do it. And I don't know why. because that quite literally would just make this figure perfect. And as I've said with making it perfect, McFarlane, you have the tools to make this. So, oh yeah, I didn't even get to finish the neck peg thing. The neck peg, you know, you can see how low his head sits, Bizarro's head sits, but Superman's head, the neck piece that's in there is from this Nightfall Batman body. I just trimmed down, I halved the top peg, and it makes the head sit perfect, for me anyway. So, because before it was a little bit high, and I was trying to find like an in-between peg, and I couldn't, so I was like, you know what, screw it. Let's just cut it and see what happens. Because I have like 3 different Nightfall Batmans. Maybe 4? 3, 4? 4, I think? Yes, I think I have 4. Because I have the original, I have an inbox one, I made this custom. Yes, and then I have the San Diego one. So, yeah. I have 4 of that Batman. I'm an absolute psychopath. But I love how this Superman looks. This blue is better than the Hush, in my opinion. This head sculpt is great. Putting the hair from the 2-pack, the Doomsday 2-pack, onto that head alone made it so much better. So, this, like I said, this really is not a hard custom to make at all. Like, the only thing that you have to do is get the Citadel, I think it's Kevlar. And it's not Kevlar. It's like something. It's like Kelvish flesh. It's something like that. I always want to call it Kevlar just because I don't know, and that's the closest word that I can think of. But it's something like that, and it just got it. The skin tone on it. You don't have to mix it with red or anything like that. It's just, it comes right out of the bottle perfect for what I needed anyway for this, because I have yet to use it on anything else. I don't think so. But like if I bring in Jean. I mean, look at these 3. They look awesome. Obviously, Jean, I feel like, should be a little bit taller, but I already did the ankle mod, the Blue Beetle ankle mod, so I could not be happier with how that turned out. I got these 3 guys. I got, you know, the other one that's going to be in my top 10, which is also coming here soon. I'm just trying to wait until the first of the year to do my top 10, because, like, I always, to the cutoff point, because, you know, hey, collectors, you guys get it. There's stuff that doesn't ship until, you know, the 30th or whatever. And if it's like the next day delivery, bam, there you go, 31st. Hey, that figure might become a top 10 figure. You just don't know. You never know. So that's why I always try to wait until the next year. So yeah, this was a just absolute cluster of a video. So yeah, that's going to do it for me. And I will catch you all in the next one. See ya.